Welcome to Studio Rigo YouTube channel. Most people believe that becoming a tax resident is like starting a subscription service like Netflix or Disney Plus. You move to Italy, you register with the anagrafe, and that's it. That's your day one. From that moment on, you are an Italian tax resident. It seems so simple, right? Feels logical, feels fair. But the Italian law doesn't work like that. The law doesn't care about your feeling of fairness. It cares about specific criteria. And these criteria are not based on when you arrived. They are about where you spend the majority of the year. The key phrase is retroactive effect. When the Italian tax authorities determine you're a tax resident, they can, and often do, apply this status retroactively to the beginning of the tax year, and that's usually January 1st. So if you move to Italy in July and they decide for whatever reason that you're a tax resident, they won't just tax you from July onwards, they will tax you from January. Yes, all the income you earn from your job in the US, Canada, Australia for the first 6 months of the year can suddenly become taxable in Italy. It's like finding out that your flight to Italy was not just a flight, it was a time machine. And it took you all the way back to January 1st, where your Italian tax obligation started without you even knowing it. Let's make this real with concrete examples, okay? Let's meet Maria. Maria is a freelance graphic designer from the United States. She loves Italy, she decides to move to Florence. She arrives on July 1st, 2024. Before she left, she checked a few blogs and saw people talking about the day one. She thought, okay, I will register with the anagrafe in a few weeks, and from that point onwards, I will be an Italian tax resident. That's simple. So in the first 6 months of 2024, from January to June, Maria earned a total of $80,000 from her remote work for US clients. She paid her US taxes correctly, thinking everything was fine. She arrives in Italy in July, works for the rest of the year, and she earns another $60,000. She knows she needs to declare the second half of the year's income in Italy. She files her tax return for 2024, declaring only her $60,000. Everything seems fine, but a year later, she gets a letter. The Italian tax authority has determined that because she spent more than 103 days in Italy in 2024, she was a tax resident for the entire year. They're not just taxing the $60,000 she declared, they're now including the $80,000 she earned from January to June when she was still in the US. So instead of a taxable income of $60,000, they see a total income of $140,000 indeed. The tax rate on this income, let's say it's an average of 35% of this amount, means she owes additional taxes for $49,000. And that's not all. The tax office adds penalties and interest for the late payment. These can easily double that amount. Maria's simple move to Italy has just cost her over $100,000. She feels upset, she feels cheated, because she was told that it was the day one. She was told they just needed to register, but the truth is, the moment you stepped foot in Italy, the clock started ticking. And it didn't just count forward, it jumped back. Now let's look at another common scenario. Let's meet John. John is a retired British citizen. He loves the Italian lifestyle and decides to spend his retirement years here in Italy. He sells his home in the UK, he moves to a beautiful villa in Tuscany. He arrives August 1st, 2024. He thinks, I'll enjoy my life here, I'll deal with the tax stuff the next year. I have plenty of time. My income is just a pension. It's from the UK, should be fine, right? John lives a comfortable life, spending more than 103 days in Italy in 2024. And because of this, he's considered an Italian tax resident for the entire year. He receives a UK state pension of $30,000 a year and some other pension adding to $70,000 a year from a private pension fund, so total income $100,000 round. John, thinking his income is from the UK, does not declare any of it in Italy in 2024. He believes UK source of income is fine. But the Italian tax authority finds out about his long stay in his residency. They send him the bill. For a tax resident, Italy taxes all worldwide income. John's total income of $100,000 is now subject to the Italian tax rates. Let's say the average tax rate, to simplify the matter, is around 30% of his income level. He owes $30,000 in taxes and he didn't declare it. So Penalties and interest pile up. The total bill is now well beyond the 60,000. John, a man who just wanted a peaceful retirement, is now facing a massive, unexpected, painful financial aid. And he thought he was safe. He thought he had time. But the clock started ticking on January 1st, not August 1st. And it didn't just click, it rang the alarm on his past. So what's the lesson here? The idea you can simply register and start your tax life on a single day in Italy is a fantasy. It's a dangerous, expensive lie that can cost your peace of mind and tens of thousands of euros. The Italian tax system operates and works on a principle of physical presence. Yes, if you're present for more than 103 days in a calendar year, you're considered to be a tax resident from January 1st. It doesn't matter when you arrive, it doesn't matter what you thought, it matters where you spend your time. Don't let your dream turn into a nightmare. You need to understand this rule before you even pack your bags. This is not a situation you can fix after the fact. The time you get it right is now. We helped Maria and John and hundreds of others navigate these situations. The key is not to react when the bill arrives, but to be proactive, to understand the rules, to build a plan. If you're thinking about moving to Italy, if you recently arrived and this video raised some concerns, it's time to take action. This is not something to put off. We have a team of international tax experts who can help you understand your specific situation and create a strategy to avoid this exact kind of financial shock. Let's secure your future today. We are here to help you to get it right from day one, well, let's say before day one, because in Italy, that's what truly matters.
At Studio Rigo, we provide tax and strategic guidance for those navigating international complexity with significant interests in Italy. We work quietly, precisely, and always with the long term in mind. If you expect nothing less than clarity and control, you'll know where to find us. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.